The first time I saw Elena, she was standing in the rain outside the campus library, her dark hair clinging to her shoulders like silk threads. She clutched her books against her chest, waiting for the storm to pass, completely unaware that she had just changed my life forever. I was Marcus then, confident, charming, and completely unprepared for the way she would look at me when I offered her my umbrella. "You'll get soaked," she said, her voice soft but concerned. "I'll survive," I replied, already mesmerized by her amber eyes. "But you look like you have somewhere important to be." That was 3 years ago. 3 years of Elena believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. 3 years of her love burning bright and steady while mine flickered like a candle in the wind. Elena wasn't just beautiful, she was extraordinary. She had this way of making everyone around her feel special, feel seen. She worked 2 jobs to pay for her nursing degree, sent money home to her sick mother, and still found time to tutor struggling students for free. She was everything good in this world, and somehow, impossibly, she had chosen me. "Marcus, you're going to be somebody," she would whisper against my chest during those late nights when we lay tangled in her small apartment bed. "I can feel it. You're going to change the world." I wanted to believe her. God, how I wanted to believe her. But doubt is a poison that seeps into everything, and I was drowning in it. While Elena worked herself to exhaustion, I was barely passing my business classes, drinking too much, and making excuses for why I couldn't be the man she deserved. The betrayal didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, insidious thing that started with small lies. I was studying at the library when I was really at Jake's apartment playing poker. "I'm too tired tonight," when I just wanted to be alone with my self-pity. "I love you too," when the words felt foreign on my tongue. Then came Sophia. She walked into my marketing class like she owned the world. All blonde hair and designer clothes, everything Elena wasn't. She was wealthy, connected, and worst of all, she made me feel like the man I thought I wanted to be. When she laughed at my jokes, I felt witty. When she hung on my arm at parties, I felt important. When she whispered that she could help me get an internship at her father's company, I felt like maybe I was worth something after all. "You're wasting your potential with that girl," Sophia said one night, her fingers tracing patterns on my chest in her expensive downtown apartment. "She's sweet, but she's holding you back. You need someone who can match your ambition." I knew she was wrong. Elena wasn't holding me back. She was the only thing keeping me grounded, keeping me human. But Sophia's words felt like permission to do what I was already doing, pulling away from the woman who loved me unconditionally. The worst part wasn't the physical betrayal, though that cut deep enough. It was how I treated Elena during those final months. I became cold, distant, cruel in small ways that I told myself didn't matter. I criticized her clothes, her dreams, her endless optimism. I made her feel small because making her small made me feel bigger. "What's happening to us?" Elena asked one night, tears streaming down her face. We were in her apartment, the same place where we'd spent countless nights talking about our future, planning a life together. "I feel like I'm losing you, and I don't know why." I should have told her the truth then. I should have fallen to my knees and begged for forgiveness. Instead, I looked at this beautiful, broken woman and said the words that would haunt me forever. "Maybe you're not losing me. Maybe you never really had me." The pain in her eyes was unbearable, but I forced myself to watch. I needed to see what I was destroying. I needed to remember this moment, because I knew even then that I would regret it for the rest of my life. Elena didn't fight for me after that. She had too much dignity, too much self-respect. She simply stepped back and let me go, even though I could see it was killing her. Even in heartbreak, she was graceful. 2 weeks later, I was officially with Sophia. The internship came through, just as she'd promised. I moved into her world of networking events and exclusive parties, telling myself I was finally living the life I deserved. But success built on betrayal tastes like ash in your mouth. The relationship with Sophia lasted 8 months. 8 months of hollow victories and expensive emptiness. She was everything she'd promised to be. Beautiful, connected, ambitious. But she wasn't Elena. She didn't look at me like I was her whole world. She didn't believe in me. She just wanted to own me. When it ended badly. Sophia found someone richer, someone more connected, someone who could do more for her than I ever could. The irony wasn't lost on me. I had become Elena, the one left behind, the one who wasn't enough. I tried to find Elena after that. I called, texted, even showed up at her apartment. But she had moved on, literally and figuratively. Her neighbor told me she'd graduated early, gotten a job at a hospital in another state. She was gone, and I had no right to follow. That was 2 years ago. I'm successful now by most measures. The internship led to a good job, which led to a better one. I have money, a nice apartment, respect for my colleagues. But every morning I wake up in my empty bed. I remember what I threw away. Sometimes I wonder if Elena ever thinks about me. If she remembers the good times before I ruined everything. If she's found someone who deserves her love. Someone who won't be foolish enough to let her go. I hope she has. I hope she's happy. I hope she's forgotten the man who taught her that love can be a beautiful dream that fades into a nightmare. Because I will never forget her. Elena was my chance at something real. Something pure. Something worth fighting for. And I threw it away for fool's gold and empty promises. They say you don't know what you have until it's gone. But that's not true. I knew exactly what I had. I just didn't think I deserved it. I was right about that, at least. The rain is falling outside my window now, just like it was that first day I met her. And I'm still here, still alone, still remembering the love that faded like a beautiful dream. Not because it had to, but because I let it.